Last year, I made a video covering how to fix GTA 4 with 4 simple mods. While that video was all about fixing the game on Windows, I didn't cover how to fix the game on Steam Deck. I've seen a lot of people say that GTA 4 is fine to play on Steam Deck out of the box because the performance is acceptable. But what I don't think most people realise is that there's a lot more wrong with GTA 4's PC version than just the performance. There's a lot of missing graphical effects, broken graphical effects, poor asset changes, and worst of all, the game doesn't have Steam Deck button icons by default. Disgraceful. So let's quickly fix this. I'm going to do everything in this video on the Steam Deck, so you don't have to connect your Steam Deck to a PC or require any other hardware at all. Everything will be done on the device. The only thing you will require is an internet connection. We also won't be leaving any files lying around once we're done, so if you're worried about cluttering your system, don't be. You can open this video on your Steam Deck to get quick access to all of the download links in the video description, but I'll also show you how to quickly search and find these mods directly on your Steam Deck as well if that's easier for you. As always, don't forget to check the description and pinned comment for any updates on things that have possibly changed since this video originally went live, as mods often get updated and things like installation methods may change. And if you're deaf, hard of hearing, or just don't understand what I'm saying, this video, like all my videos, will also have subtitles available. For this video, I'll be using the complete edition of GTA 4. This is the latest version of the game that you get off of Steam and the Rockstar Games launcher. Some people will tell you that you have to downgrade GTA 4. This simply isn't true. I have an entire video covering this debate, and I would recommend watching it if you plan on doing more modding with GTA 4. But for this video, you don't have to downgrade. We're just going to mod the version of the game you get directly off of Steam and the Rockstar Games launcher. To follow this video, you'll need to know how to access the desktop on your Steam Deck, how to control the desktop, and how to locate your GTA 4 folder on your Steam Deck. To access the desktop on your Steam Deck, hold down the power button and select Enter Desktop. Once you've reached the desktop, you need to know how the controls work. The right touchpad will control the mouse, although you can also use the right analog stick. The left touchpad will allow you to scroll when necessary. The right trigger will act as a left click, so you use this when selecting things. And left trigger will act as a right click, so you use this to open context menus. Pressing Steam plus X when a text box is highlighted will bring up the on-screen keyboard. You can hide the keyboard by pressing this button in the bottom right. Lastly, we need to find our game files and also create a link to it on our desktop. Launch the Steam application while on your desktop, locate GTA 4 in your Steam library, press the left trigger on the game, hover over Manage and then click Browse Local Files. Once the game folder appears, go to the address bar at the top, click on it and highlight the address of the folder location. Press left trigger to open the context menu and then click Copy. Once done, open the GTA 4 folder and then minimize the folder until we need it later. Press left trigger on your desktop to open the context menu, hover over Create New, then click Link to File or Directory. In this new window, paste the address we copied into the second box. And then remove the text from the first box and change it to Grand Theft Auto 4. Then press OK. You should now have a link to your GTA 4 folder on your desktop, which should be named Grand Theft Auto 4. We'll need this later. I actually forgot to name my link originally, So throughout this video, you may see my link look like this instead. Don't worry, you didn't do anything wrong, I just made a mistake. Make sure your link is called Grand Theft Auto 4 or you'll run into issues later on. Okay, with all of that ready, let's get to the mods. So let's start off with our first mod, FusionFix. This is going to be the most important mod we'll install, as it fixes a huge number of issues, adds a lot of quality of life features, and adds a mod loader called Fusion Overloader to the game. I'll quickly highlight some of the fixes this mod provides. The vanilla PC version of the game has an option called Definition. This allows you to enable or disable the game's motion blur when driving fast. But most importantly, it also enables or disables the game's depth of field effect. Except on the PC version of GTA 4, the depth of field effect is broken and instead blurs the entire screen instead of just blurring objects in the distance. You can see this in the comparison here, where even things up close get blurred. FusionFix separates motion blur and depth of field in the game's menu, so you can now enable and disable depth of field and motion blur separately, if you only want one or the other. FusionFix also fixes the depth of field effect. Like I said, previously it blurred the entire screen, and it didn't scale with resolution, so the intensity was only right at 720p. Now the effect scales correctly, and it only blurs objects in the distance like it was meant to. The mod also allows you to increase or decrease the intensity of the depth of field. The low setting is the same intensity as the depth of field effect in GTA 5, which is what I just used in this comparison. FusionFix fixes the rain effects. On the PC version of the game, the rain density was a lot less, and the splash effect was also missing. FusionFix fixes the awful Z fighting seen in the PC version. If you gained any significant height in the PC version of GTA 4, you would see parts of the map flicker heavily. With FusionFix, this issue has mostly been resolved. FusionFix adds and allows you to change between different button textures too, including Steam Deck buttons. Like I said earlier, the mod also adds a mod loader called Fusion Overloader. You don't really need to know too much about it for this video, but if you do plan on installing more mods in the future, I'd recommend watching my tutorial for Fusion Overloader, so you know what you're doing. The mod adds so much more that I really can't even cover in this video, but if you are interested in learning more about what this mod does, I'd recommend reading through the mod's GitHub page. So anyway, let's download and install FusionFix. Step 1. Search for FusionFix using the browser on your Steam Deck. Open the mod page on GitHub and then download the latest version of the mod. Step 2. Open the mod archive you just downloaded. Open the GTA 4 folder you minimized earlier. You can move both windows to the side of the screen to make them automatically take up half of the screen. Once both are visible, highlight all of the files in the archive you just downloaded and then drag them into your GTA 4 folder where GTA4.exe is located. dinput8.dll is Ultimate ASI Loader, and it's used to load the FusionFix ASI plugin in the plugins folder, which provides some engine fixes and is also what allows Fusion Overloader to work. Fusion Overloader uses the update folder to load your mods, and this is where most of FusionFix is installed, and this is where our next mods will be installed too. Now before we move on, we need to make sure our Steam Deck is loading dinput8.dll. So head back to Steam, go to GTA 4, press the left trigger on the game, click on Properties, and then under Launch Options add the following: Wine DLL overrides equals quotation mark D input 8 equals N comma B quotation mark space percentage command percentage. Okay, and that's it. Don't worry, that's as complicated as it gets for this video. So let's move on. Our next mod to install is Console Visuals. The PC version of GTA 4 changed a good few of the game's assets when compared to the console versions. Things like clothing options, animations, and other things were different between the two versions. The mod Console Visuals aims to restore all of that content from the consoles. Now, most of the changes are completely subjective. They're just small things like the way Nico might hold a specific weapon, or the size of the game's health boxes. But Console Visuals does come with one change which is definitely an improvement over the PC version, and that's the vegetation. On PC, a lot of the vegetation was changed. This includes a new grass model, which is actually worse because in a lot of areas it appears under the ground instead. Just look at this comparison here. The grass on PC is mostly under the ground compared to the console grass. As well as restoring the console grass, it also restores the console trees. Although, the trees have higher resolution textures than they did on console. As it turns out, Rockstar reused these tree textures in Max Payne 3 at a higher resolution. The team behind Console Visuals managed to extract those textures and got them into GTA 4 with some corrections made to them. FusionFix also allows you to toggle between different tree lighting, so you can use console trees with the console lighting, console trees with the PC lighting, or console trees with the PC lighting plus some enhancements such as vertex ambient occlusion on the tree models. Just to note, you can also switch between these different options even with the PC vegetation if you'd prefer to use that. For this video, we'll just install the console vegetation, as that's the only part of the mod which I think we can all agree is definitely better than the PC version, whereas everything else can be subjective. If you want to install any other parts of the mod, installation will be the same as installing console vegetation, so just download what you want and install them the same way as we install console vegetation in this video. Anyway, let's get to it. Step 1. Search for Console Visuals using the browser on your Steam Deck. Open the mod page, click Download, and then download the Console Vegetation Archive. Step 2. Open the mod archive you just downloaded, highlight the update folder within the archive, and then place the folder into your GTA 4 folder where GTA4.exe is located. The update folder from the mod archive will automatically merge with the update folder in your GTA 4 folder. And that's it, the vegetation from Console Visuals is installed in Fusion Overloader. Again, if you want to install any of the other parts of this mod, just do the exact same thing as we did in this video. The penultimate mod we're going to install is Various Fixes. This mod fixes a huge number of issues with the GTA 4 map and other assets. It's hard to even cover what this mod fixes, as the list of fixes is so big, but this mod is definitely worth installing as it fixes plenty of texture issues, prop placement issues, and other problems and inconsistencies in GTA 4. Let's install the mod. Step 1. Search for Various Fixes using the browser on your Steam Deck. Open the mod page on GTA Forums. Click GitHub and then download the Fusion Overloader version of the mod from the GitHub page. Step 2. Open the mod archive you just downloaded, highlight the update folder within the archive, and then place the folder into your GTA 4 folder where GTA4.exe is located. Once again, the update folder from the mod archive will automatically merge with the update folder in your GTA 4 folder. And that's it, Various Fixes is now installed in Fusion Overloader. Like all of the other old GTA titles, GTA 4 has had music removed due to licenses expiring. The radio station Vladivostok lost all of its original songs except one when licensing expired in 2018. So Rockstar added a whole new soundtrack to the station instead. And other radio stations also lost some songs too. Thankfully, we have mods to restore the missing music. The best mod to restore cut music from the complete edition of GTA 4 is the Radio Restoration mod, so we're going to use that. Step 1. Search for various GTA downgraders using the browser on your Steam Deck. Open the mod page on GTA Forums, click the link on the thread, scroll down until you find Radio Restoration for GTA 4 and click the download button. Once you're at the GitHub page, download the latest version of the mod. Step 2. Go to your Downloads folder, open the context menu on the Radio Restoration archive, go to Extract and click Extract Archive here. Step 3. Open Steam, click Add a Game in the bottom left, click Add a non-Steam game, click Browse, go to your Downloads folder and click IVCE Radio Restoration.exe and press Open. Then press Add Selected Programs. Step 4. Go to IVCE Radio Restoration in your library, click the controller icon on the right and make sure the current button layout is selected as mouse only. Once it is, go back to your library. Step 5. Open the context menu on IVCE Radio Restoration, click Properties, go to Compatibility, and then click on Force the use of a specific Steam Play compatibility tool. Once done, change the Proton version to the latest available on your device. Step 6. Launch the application through Steam. Click Next on the next two screens. Choose which options you want on this page. You already have FusionFix installed, so it's not necessary to install that. Once you've made your choices, click Next again. Now, click on Browse, click the Expand button next to the /, expand the Home folder, expand the Deck folder, expand the Desktop folder, expand the Grand Theft Auto 4 folder, and then click on the GTA 4 folder. Once the folder is highlighted, click OK. Make sure the GTA 4 folder is the one selected, not the Grand Theft Auto 4 folder. Once done, click Install. And then click Finish once the installer is finished. And that's it, you've now restored all of the cut music from GTA 4. Before we finish up, let's do some quick cleanup. Open the context menu on Radio Restoration, go to Manage and then click Remove Non-Steam Game from your library. Next, go to the desktop, open the context menu on the link we made, and then click Move to Trash. After that, open Firefox again, go to the hamburger menu in the top right, go to Downloads, and then click Clear Downloads. Once done, go to your Downloads folder, highlight all of the files you downloaded throughout this video, open the context menu and click Move to Trash. Then go to the Trash folder, which should be listed on the left, click Empty Trash and then click Empty Trash again. Now you have no leftover files from anything we just did. And with that, you basically have the best version of GTA 4 you can play right now with just 4 mods. You'll now have more graphics and display options available as well thanks to FusionFix. These are the settings I recommend for the Steam Deck, although keep in mind, these might change in the future as the mod gets updated. GTA 4 performs great on the Steam Deck, however I did find that maintaining a consistent 60 FPS during gameplay wasn't possible, so I recommend locking the game to 40 frames per second through the Steam Deck UI. This is the halfway point between 30 frames per second and 60 frames per second, so it's a good compromise for consistent performance and it will also improve your battery life. Also, don't forget to pause the game, head to the controls menu and change the button icons to Steam Deck icons. The main reason you followed this video, obviously. And lastly, FusionFix automatically skips the game's intro and menu, instead loading you directly into your last save. If you want to play the GTA 4 DLCs, you can do so by loading a save for them in the pause menu or starting a new game in the pause menu. You can also disable the skip menu option in the pause menu as well. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like. If you enjoy GTA modding videos, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.